plant-based water bechamel. Let's make it together today and offend all of my French friends. We're going to break all the French culinary rules and cut the fat, because cutting the fat made me go from a size 22 to a 2 on a whole food plant-based diet I call a protective diet. First things first, get your saucepan. And we're using whole wheat berries. And the reason for this is that's loaded with spermidine. The full germ of the wheat is not found in whole wheat flour. But when we mill it ourselves at home, either in your blender or if you have a grain mill like me, we do it like this. Either way, just as easy. We're measuring it out 75 grams of, I'm using hard white wheat berries, into my grain mill. Swipe the chute. That took all of 10 seconds to get the freshest, truly whole organic wheat in my saucepan. Then onto your stovetop. This is an InvisiCook. Oh my gosh, I just remodeled my workplace for wellness, is what I call my kitchen, because that's precisely what it did for me. It reversed my plantar fasciitis, my heart disease. It carried me through brain cancer to be here with you today. And Jerry, I'm so grateful. I'm turning my burner on to 5. I have 10 settings. This is a medium heat, and I'm adding a cup of water. This is where I'm breaking all the French rules. They add butter to make a blonde roux. And a blonde roux is a roux that it doesn't develop any color because we want to keep this, beautiful white cream sauce. And you're just heating this and it's going to start to thicken. And we're using a balloon whisk. It looks like a balloon. That's why it's called that. And just moving that flour around so that it doesn't burn on the bottom of the pot. The purpose of this step and the heating of the flour with the water, or the heating of the flour and the butter, or flour and oil is sometimes used to make a roux. This thickens the sauce, but the purpose of heating it at this step is to eliminate the raw flavor of flour. We don't want that raw flour taste. It's terrible. So that's the purpose of this step. When you're using a blonde roux, when you're using a darkened roux, like in plant-based etouffee, that's a recipe on Protective Diet, you're building browned flavor. And instead, because we are eating a truly low-fat, whole food, plant-based diet, I would call myself a fat vegan when I first started out. That's exactly what I was, and I was trying to tell everyone how great this lifestyle is, and it saved me, it reversed my heart disease. But yet, I was still walking around about 75 pounds to 100 pounds overweight.
Now, why is somebody a fat vegan? Not because they give up the animal foods. That's a good thing. You need to give up the animal foods. But what they haven't given up is the oil, the olive oil, the other vegetable oils. The fat you eat is the fat you wear, whether it comes from a plant or an animal.
Because the fat we eat is the fat you wear. We don't want to incorporate the oils, so we incorporate the flavors that the oils add to browning vegetables or browning our flour. We add it by browning our onions. And I show you how to do that. Oil-free browning, or the broiled trinity. We can brown in the oven. So before this gets away from me and gets too thick, as you see it's thickening up here, I want cold organic soy milk. All this contains is soybeans and water, organic soybeans and water. And this is another food that helps with the tightening of the skin when you have a dramatic weight loss. Going from morbidly obese to about as small as a human can be, you have to up your nutritional game in order to tighten everything up and have your body function as it's designed to metabolize excess protein, excess skin that is not being utilized because there's no fat in it. It tightens back up. The liver detoxifies it. But we need to eat a truly toxin-free diet and live a protective diet lifestyle. We've eliminated all the toxins out of our home, out of our laundry detergent, our dishwasher soap. We make everything from scratch. But protective diet recipes make it easy. So if you dive into them, they're going to save you so much money, time, and your liver. It'll give it a break so it can metabolize body fat. It's got to clean up all the toxins it's exposed to, and it sure shouldn't be ones you're putting into your body or onto your body. Give your liver a break so that your metabolism can rev up like mine, so you can eat bread, fresh milled whole wheat bread. Yeah, I teach everybody how to make that one in Protective Diet Education. Oh my gosh, if you haven't gotten into that yet, get into it with me. It sure is rewarding. So I'm just heating and whisking to keep that flour from sticking. This is a 10-minute bechamel. It comes together that fast. While this is heating up, we're going to add what's going to make this taste like butter. I almost forgot the most important ingredient. Our plant-based broth mix. This is my broth mix, baby, I call it. You guys know this stuff. The gold dust. Putting a tablespoon of that in there. ProtectiveDiet.com/broth if you want to get it in your hands, or just go to ProtectiveDiet.com. It's on the home page. Whisk that in. It's starting to thicken. You can add white pepper if you're doing it the French way, or black pepper if you're doing it with what you've got going on. That's going to boost the bioavailability of the turmeric and all of the spices and the shiitake powder found in the organic broth mix. Okay, it's thickening up, it's looking beautiful. Then you can also add, which would be very traditional of a bechamel sauce, a little nutmeg. You can use ground nutmeg or the nutmeg itself on your microplane. And there we go, we got bubbles. And we're thickening up. See how this is thickening beautifully? Keep on whisking to prevent burning, or scorching is what I call it, to the bottom of this stainless steel pan. Next step, I'm pouring up another cup of liquid, which is this one again. This makes 1 quart of bechamel sauce. On a protective diet, I'm always trying to make storage resolved for you. So we use a lot of quart jars for storage. So most of my recipes make a quart, or they make a pint, or they make a pint and a half, 22-ounce jars. Those are the 3 jars that I use most frequently. Then the next ingredient we're going to add is homemade plant-based yogurt. We make this in our Instant Pot. This is one of our favorite ingredients, living ingredients on a protective diet. This is in our daily diet. It's an angiogenesis inhibitor. Keep on whisking and heating. And if you want to, you can add some garlic to this. Are you using this in a white lasagna? We will be in Protective Diet Education coming up. Are you using this for skinny scalloped potatoes? Probably not just yet. I'm publishing that recipe coming up, and you could add garlic to that. It would be delicious too. So you could either press the garlic into the bechamel like this, or you could put it in, add it raw at the end if you want it to be more pungent, more of a stronger garlic flavor. Maybe you're making a white pizza and you want a white pizza sauce. This would be perfect for that. And when I'm making this as pizza sauce, I would add the garlic raw at the end. About 2 cloves, maybe 3 if it's just Jerry and me. We love our garlic. I'm going to throw 1 in there and throw 1 in at the end when it's finished cooking, so it keeps it more pungent with garlic. And I'm using this in a white lasagna. I'm going to layer up tonight, made with fresh milled whole wheat berries. Fresh lasagna sheets. I'm going to show you how to make them in Protective Diet Education coming up as well. I want the maximum for everything I put in my pie hole. PD pies, oh yeah, we got them. If you haven't made those yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Jerry's favorite, I think, is the banana cream pie, isn't it?
I like the banana cream pie a lot, yes.
All sugar-free too. So what I'm waiting for here, it takes about 3 minutes for each cold layer you're adding. And the reason you're adding these cold cups of soy milk, the 2 cups, and the cold cup of yogurt, is so that your bechamel sauce then it cools down again and we heat it back up. And doing that with every cup we're adding, we are giving the flour an opportunity to cook off all that raw flavor. This is a very revolutionary recipe. Come on. Who makes bechamel sauce with water? Have you ever heard of this in your whole life? Never. This is an invention by me. I spend my hours of my days in this Protective Diet Test Kitchen creating over 800 recipes for Protective Diet Education, and some of them I put out in free videos or the broth mix recipes to get you started on your way to get a good taste of what's going on a protective diet. And I hope you'll give this sauce a try and incorporate it into pressure cooked pasta to start off. Oh my gosh, that's one of our favorites. So as soon as this starts to bubble and boil again, it takes about 3 minutes every time you add a cold cup. There we go again. We're adding in our last addition, that yogurt, and this is gonna thicken up so fast. It's like magic bechamel. That's what I'm making here. Magic, Protective Diet magic is what we call it, because the results are unbelievable. Okay, clean as you go. Cooking oil free, all our dishes, all they really need is a good rinse. One of the other benefits of eating a truly low fat diet. So we're waiting for this to start bubbling again. Little tiny bubbles. It's a simmering boil. That's what that's called. Come on, everybody. We're waiting for you. We're excited. You can see on the recipe it says while continually whisking. I want to clarify what that means. I'm not continually whisking for 9 minutes. No. I am letting it come to a bubble, and then I give it a move so that there's no sauce scorching to the bottom of the pan. Whenever we're working with cream sauces or soy milk, we don't want to do a rolling boil. That's going to break the milk. So we know this sauce is complete when it coats the back of a spoon. That's why I'm holding this spoon here. And we're almost there. Let's give it about another minute. It's just starting to bubble, but not very frequently. That's what I'm waiting for. A frequent little bubble here, bubble there, bubble, 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 bubble. if you'd like to see how I use this water-based, plant-based bechamel sauce on white pizza, on white lasagna, on cream spinach coming up, like and subscribe. Comment below so that I end up in your feed as well, because that's very important. If you're not liking and you're not subscribing and you're not commenting, you're not getting my videos. That's how it works on YouTube, on Instagram. Tell us what videos you want to see next. Is it how to roll out the lasagna? How to make that lasagna dough? Oh my gosh, the lasagna sheets. A lasagna comes together so fast and easy when you're not having to boil the noodles. They're no boil fresh milled lasagna sheets coming up. You just layer them straight in as dough into the lasagna. And that lasagna recipe is going to have riced cauliflower ricotta. Ricotta cheese made with riced cauliflower. Sneaky veggies for your kids. I think we're there. Okay, see how this is bubbling there? That's beautiful. I think we're there. This is how you test if your bechamel is thick and finished. Dip your spoon and then make a swipe. And if your swipe doesn't run down into that stripe you made there, your bechamel is beautiful. It's done. Turn off the heat and use it straight out of the pan, or pour it into your quart jar on your setup day, or maybe after dinner. That's when I recommend doing a little prep work, or in the morning before work, so that you've gotten your most important work of the day on its way, and that would be your nutrition with a protective diet. Let this cool down and store it in your fridge up to a week. You could also freeze this bechamel sauce. It freezes well, but not around here. We'll go through a quart jar in a pound of pasta, or in a lasagna. It's a perfect amount for a nice sized casserole of a pound of hand-rolled lasagna sheets. We're making them soon. Follow and like this video and comment below and let me know if you're interested in a protective diet or if you're on one. I want to hear from you. Take care.
And best of health.